What's up, class? For my creative skill assignment, I chose cardio because to me, I feel like exercise is very important, especially in a time of quarantine. And since I don't get access to the WRC, because that's a part of UNI and we can't stay at UNI, I decided to spend my time trying to stay in shape. The first thing I'm going to be going over is stretching, because stretching is probably the most important thing of cardio besides cardio itself. So I don't know if you can see, there's my foot. But for stretches, the first one I like to do is whatever this one's called. I'm not too sure on the technicality of it, but it's where you grab your foot, like the top of your foot. You see that? You can do it with both feet at the same time, both feet up close. That gets more of a stretch in my opinion. Sorry you couldn't see me. It stretches the calves and the thighs, which are the two muscles you use the most when running. Otherwise, you would use your arms because you're swinging your arms back and forth. So I'd also use this one and this one. Sorry, I don't really know the names of them, but I know how to do them because in high school I played tennis for 4 years. And we would do these stretches all the time, and I feel like they help immensely. The butterfly stretch, I know the name of this one. This one's the butterfly stretch. You take your feet, you pull them in close, and then you lean forward. And it stretches these muscles right here, which are very important because they're your joint muscles to connect your hips to your thighs, and that it makes running a lot easier and prevents the risk of pulling something. So very important stretch. I do this for about 30 seconds. I do all these stretches for about 30 seconds. I'm just showing you short previews of them so I don't have to waste your time. Another exercise I really like to do is the one with your foot against the wall and then you raise your body closer to the wall. It's really good at stretching the calf. It really stretches the entire calf all the way up and is very, very useful because when you're running, the last thing you want is for your calf to cramp because then you'd have to cut your run short or you could risk injuring yourself even more, possibly preventing further runs in the future. So that stretch is also very important. Another great stretch, but for your thighs, is to take one of your legs, plant it on the ground, and take the other leg and put it up and above that leg planted on the ground, and try to keep it parallel with the ground and keep your back straight, and then lean forward, and it'll stretch your thighs, which are, like I mentioned earlier, a very important muscle when it comes to running because you run mainly with your thighs and your calves. Thighs and calves, yeah. So stretching both of them is very important to prevent injury and to make running a lot easier. An important part of running is warming up. So for my warm-ups, I like to walk for about 5 to 10 minutes. So right now I'm walking with my dog so he can get his little daily dose of exercise. Yeah, like I said, 5 to 10 minutes, nothing extreme. I'll be back when I'm gonna start my run. Another side note I would like to add is since we are in quarantine, we're supposed to be social distancing. So when I'm walking my dog or running by myself, I always manage to stay 6 feet away from anyone. So if anyone tries to come up to me, pet my dog, or if there's anyone running on the street also, I always make sure to go on the opposite side of the street or make sure that people trying to pet my dog know that they're supposed to stay 6 feet away. So that is also very important. Another thing I want to mention is for my workout, I go down my street, so all the way down there, I don't know if you saw it, down to the end of this street where the stop sign is. Then I take a right, and then there's like a little block that I can go around. So it's like, this is a really long street, so it's like a 2-block run. And I usually run it multiple times, but for the sake of time for this video, I'll probably only run it once and probably edit it, so yeah. I'm back. So I went on my run. It's about 20 minutes. It's about 5 o'clock right now. I recorded all that around 4:20, 4:30, around that time. Forgot to record it, but I don't feel like I need to because it's just me running and I was just showing my path. Basically, when I ran at a not a brisk pace, like an average pace, like a jogging pace for anyone who's jogged. I ran at a jogging pace for about 15-20 minutes. I ran my path like 2 or 3 times. It's a longer path than it looks, I'll admit. But yeah, so I ran that a few times. That's all I really have for my assignment, I've been running it every day or sometimes every other day, depending on how busy my week is, for the past like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe even 5. I don't know. I don't remember when quarantine started. I'm not gonna lie. So like that week of quarantine, like from when we got sent back after spring break, from whenever that was, I really started then. So yeah, I've been doing it for a while. It's getting a little easier. I'm thinking about lengthening my path or just doing it more times because, repetition is key, and then you don't gain anything by staying at the same level. So I'll probably do that. So yeah, that's all I have to show. So thanks for watching. If you got this far, congrats.